It's burn season in Scotland at the moment, when they all celebrate the life of their national poet, so they're already in romantic mood.
Fair fa your honest sonsy face, great chieftain o' the puddin race, aboon them all ye tak your place, paint, stripe or thairm.
We'll start the story, fittingly, over at the world's first purpose-built storytelling centre. In a little recess there, Donald Smith's staff discovered a delicate paper sculpture.
Well, I think it was deliberately left not to draw immediate attention to itself. It was tucked into a recess near our story exhibit here, as if it was something you were going to chance upon. And so at first you almost passed it by, as if it was part of the whole design. It was meant to be there, and then suddenly people started, that's just a minute, what's that? That dragon. So then, of course, we read the inscription saying it's a gift, and out of the egg comes a dragon, and out of the dragon comes a story.
But by no means was this the first. Since last March, these have been appearing across the city at some of the most venerable cultural institutions. The National Museum, for example, recently refitted to the tune of $70 million, discovered this beneath one of its natural world exhibits. And nobody knows who's behind them. Well, nearly nobody. This journalist thinks she's cracked it. You think you might know who this artist might be?
Yes.
So who is it?
I've spoken to the artist, and I believe that he is the person responsible for these artworks, but I'm not going to reveal the name of the artist because it would spoil the mystery and put an end to what's been a really good tale.
So not only do we not know who's been making these paper sculptures, but we're not entirely sure why either. One theory is that it's all been cooked up by the tourist board here in Scotland. Another theory is that it's a response to art cuts threatened by the British government. But one thing's for sure, everyone's pretty happy about it. Over at the Writers' Museum, there were very glum faces towards the year's end, convinced they'd been left out, overlooked, until last month when
I got an email from a friend who's been blogging about them and photographing all of them, and he said that the artist had told him that there was 2 sculptures left and they were somewhere in museums in Edinburgh. So I grabbed my coat, went running up the Royal Mile, flew into the Writers' Museum, and there it was. So I was just really excited and absolutely thrilled that we had it. If you look in, you can see Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. And then on the right here, you see Hyde with a stick and a very anxious looking young woman. And if you look round the back, you'll be able to see that there's actually a moon. So obviously the atmosphere is being created.
What about the mystery of who the person is?
I don't want to know. I mean, I don't think any of us do. The whole point of them is that they're mysterious, and I mean that's what happens when you read a book. You don't want to flip to the end of the book. You want to build it up and have an adventure.
Only 10 of these were made according to the labels, and 10 have now been discovered. Most are now on display around Edinburgh, but there's also talk of a big exhibition this year.